Okay. So now we are going to Sutra number 6 and the Atmabodhah. So, Sansarah sapnam tulyo hi ragadvesadi sankulaha sokale satyo bhati prabode satya sadbhaven. This is Sansarah sapna tulyo hi raga dvesa adi sankulaha sokale satyavabhati prabode satya sadbhave. Say samsara. Samsara means the world, the field of the relative existence, which are an aggregate of likes, dislikes, and similar. They say samsara swapna tulyaha. The whole world is like a dream. Like you have dream. And sometimes everything disappears. Everything disappears. So, sansara swapna tulya. Swapna means a dream. The whole world is like a dream. And what happened? He ragadvesa adi shankulaha. Ragadvesa. Ragadvesa the sankulaha. The field of relative existence is an aggregate of likes, dislikes, and similar, is indeed a dream-like experience. It is appears real during the experience and becomes non-existent having experienced the absolute self. So, Sokale Satyo Bhati Prabode Satya Sadbhave. So Adiguru Shankaracharya explained this whole world is like a swapna, the samsara is like a swapna, the dream. So what happens? And once you realize the inner self, but everything looks like everything looks like a temporary, everything temporary, dreams, experience, but it looks like real. Like the samsara looks like real. When you have dream, and in the dream, everything you feel the real. But after dream, there is nothing is real. Similarly, it is a life as well also. And you can see that in your life. You can see your life. Many things we have, but many things also lose, like a dream. That means many things appears in your life, but many things also disappears, comes and goes. Nothing in a constant permanent, constant permanent. And that is how we suffering, because everything we want, everything as a permanent. So life is a dream, but somehow we have to also live with the dreams. If no dream, there is no life. If I have no dream, there will be no life. So we have to go through dreams as well. So enjoy the dreams, right? But they say that, so Adipra Sankara says, sorry, he said, once you experience the truth, they say, Shokale Satyava Vati Prabode Satya Sadbhave. It appears real during the experience. That means when dreaming. Become non-existence having experienced the absolute self. And once you are experiencing and the truth, the absolute self, so everything disappears in the life. So this world is no more superior or better than the dream. This is very difficult to digest unless you contemplate properly. So what we experience is not the world, but the image of the world on our mind through the cameras of the five senses of the organs. What you are seeing is only my image made on your mind by your eyes. Your eyes are like the camera, so that you are seeing is not me at all. And when your eyes are closed and when you are sleeping, though I am sitting here, but I'm making a lot of noise, yet I do not exist for you because my image is not made on your mind. So we experience only image in our life and not the real object thing. So when you are watching serial on TV or in a cinema and we really seeing the things, we may be experiencing that it is really happening on the screen, but it is not. Now, if someone starts reacting to those images as if they are real, like when you see a big python coming and catching a hold a man and slowly sucking him. You see that on the TV screen, but you become so involved that you take out a gun and shoot the python. How foolish it will be, because you are the only seeing it is on the screen. In the same manner, all the experiences that we go through and are only at the level of mind. It has no reality whatsoever. This is the point of number one. So many things happens in a life. As we say that the story say that in case you are watching and the television screen the python and sucking a man, whatever. But sometimes you react, or even you are involved. What happening? You try to shoot the python, but generally you are going to broken the TV screen, right? You are going to you are broken the TV screens, nothing else in the cinema or something. So similarly in our life, so many things are actually unreal, not the fact, and we think it is real, and that is the root cause of miseries as well. Am I clear? Hmm? So therefore, they say, so therefore we have to understand and what is real and what is the unreal. This is called Atmabodha. The world, the samsara, nothing but swapna and not the truth. This is only the Atmagyani, the Brahmagyani who have the knowledge of self, the Atmagyani, only can understand this world is a not real. It is only dreams. But we have to live with it. So many people say, why not? I love the dreams. So we can love the world too. If you love the world, you love the dreams, so love the world. Right? That is how life is. So now, today, I want to take 10 minutes question and answers. So this much today, and then we speak in very nice chapters. But I would like to take some question answers from you today. 10 minutes. Anyone you would like to, any inquiries? No inquiries?
Yes, this is the
Atmanan,
Atmabodhah.
then
The Atmabodhah. How do you use this book? Is this like an instruction for meditation?
you speak now.
Yes, the Atmabodhah, the book from Adi Sankaracharya. How do you use this book? Do you use this as a instruction for meditation, or do you do japa with the slokas, or how?
It is actually, it is a knowledge part, is a wisdom part, and these teachings are enlightenment teachings. So you have to contemplate actually. Is you have to practice into put into meditations. So all sutras are. I can say that you have to contemplate and meditate on it. Nothing else. Intellectual does not work. It's not about japam. So you can chant, you can repeat, and put into practice in meditation and contemplate. So that can help you and walking towards or engaging yourself for the self knowledge. But these sutras are one thing, but sometimes difficult to understand only like the words. So you have to go through stories, through examples, and so therefore all teachers or master they try to put their own stories, and so that how you can see the world. how we can see the world. And we have to bring these topics in our personal life as well, because we're living in the relative world, in the apparent world, in the samsara, and we're living with our, you know, our beloved ones, either brother, father, mother, society, so living with them. That is where, and we are facing, and of course, we are happy and sad and cry, and everything is mixed up. So therefore, and that is not the aim of the cry or sad or depress. The meaning of life, how to remain and to be and peaceful ourselves no matter what happening. So that is the all about the teachings of the enlightenments, teachings of the enlightenments. So either we have the house or not, either money we have or father or not, or brother or not, no matter what we have or not, but we have to remain in the harmony or content. That is very, very important. As per the samsara, so we are living relative world. So most of the time, everything comes and disappears too. So therefore, like if, for example, like if you are going to any war zone now, like in Israel or Iran or Ukraine or Russia or Sudan in Africa and many parts of the world, today you see your relatives are there and tomorrow the relatives are gone by the bombs or by so something. So we can't see as a reality the world. So because that is how we live in such a world. So therefore, and we sub if you have Atmajnana, if you knowledge of self, of course, and so you can avoid a lot of depressions, for example, a lot of sadness, for example. So, and similarly is applying in our life as well. It's not about war zone. It is also happens in our daily life. It's not your and in war zone, but it happens in our daily life. We are working with our friends, or beloveds, or boss, or teachers, or masters, or teachers, or business. Many things we do in life, and we're facing so many difficulties in our daily life as well. So how we can overcome and understand ourselves, and you suppose not involve, of course we can help, we can serve, but not to involve yourself. So therefore this sutras Atmabodha is helping you how to meditate. Am I clear?
Yes.
So any others?
This book is from Adi Shankaracharya. Does it help, or do you must be a sannyasin in the Shankaracharya tradition to study this text?
Generally, Adiguru Sankaracharya, this kind of scriptures used to teach. I mean, he taught to these especially for sannyasins. Because you see, and the sutras are totally this kind of renunciations. But same time, here, as per my understanding, so if you have the knowledge, it's not only applied for sannyasins, but and one can apply in your common people too, if they are it's not involved. So therefore, like we study, like we have dreams, we suppose not involved in the dreams. We understand, but as per reality, our senses are always involved with the dreams. When you are dreaming, you are involved generally because you are not aware, you are not conscious. So therefore, sometimes dreams can be brings fear and insecurity too. So if you have knowledge, so dreams can be dreams, and you see them as a dream, not as a reality. So when you have Atmajnana, even a enlightenment person have the dream, but the mind is there. Even your enlightenment mind will be there. Dreams will be there. But enlightenment aware, it is a dream. That's the difference between common persons and enlightenment persons. Mind remain will be there. Problems remain will be there. Does mean when Adiguru Shankaracharya built many ashrams and different places, does mean he not face any problems, still problems, but he was Atmajnana. So he was not involving. So similarly, and you can carry your duties, the samsara, in your daily life. So, and day by day, and if you are going to educate of yourself, and not involve your social life. So naturally you can perform your duty and to be free from your own stress and strain. That's all. So it's not only applicable for monk or nuns, it is applicable for everyone to study. But it's difficult to apply as we are common persons in social life because we are involved with many things in our life. But when our monk and Swami, maybe have less responsibility in social life, so more easy to apply. That's the difference. Am I clear that? So more easy to implement when you're alone and with Swami and monk, so you don't have so much worldly and blood relations. So more easier to be flexible, more easier, easily to be free. But does mean you are completely free from all problems? No. Like few days before, and still going in, and I have certain problem with my neighbors. I stop the work with I put the heavy machine, for example, and they try to complain. I stop it, and so it is like problems remain there, but you have to understand how to manage it. How to manage. I was very calm, although still not 100% result. The heavy machine, I break the stones. It is illegal also. I do. Then finally, I stop this work now currently. So the work can be take some time more. So like this, we have to understand some social life, and sometimes when problems comes, so you have to withdraw yourself and see your power, say your strength, and then go forward. So everything happens in general in social life where the weakers and the people attack to them always, and you have to see your own weakness. You have to see your own strength, and whatever you have weakness, that weak points and leads for your own self to be depressed and like unhappiness, not very peaceful, and for example, you feel very frustrated. Why? Because that is your own weakness. That is your own weakness, and your own strength also dominate your own weakness. Similarly, and when you are weak, and somebody can dominate you too, and that you have to be, and withdraw yourself, not to be with, you have your own weakness, you have to withdraw also, not go forward. Am I clear that? For example, you don't have to swimming and you try to help someone in the water, but you are already into dive into water already, eh? So therefore, and like for example, when a ship is going to sink, so what happening? When going to sink, what happening? So there are small boats. They try to let the big boat going to sink, but at least some people can save with the small boats rather to holding the big boat to not to sink, right? Similarly, you have to withdraw to learn. So therefore, in huge ships and there is small boats, they keeping it to save their life, not going to holding the big ship, right? Similarly, so sometimes we have to withdraw ourselves, withdrawing, so that we can help our own weakness and not to be miserable ourselves. But we have to know where our own weakness. Like I built the ashram, so I know where the weakness I have. For example, I don't have a lot of human powers. For example, and not like, and we are like a multi-millionaire. For example, I am not this state, for example, and so many people come, the local people, for example, so they know that is my weakness, and they try to attack this side. But I know this is my weakness side, so I have to withdraw also. I cannot fight with them with my human power. I don't have that power, so I have to be very clever to withdraw myself. So similarly, and when you withdraw yourself, there is no way to, there is no question to suffering yourself. Am I clear? That is what I'm learned out of my own experiences. And similarly, how to apply. And whenever you are suffering, must be their weakness, and you have to check that yourself where you have the weakness. So therefore, Atmabodhah, all sutras, all the verses is the science, is the science of enlightenment. The teachings of enlightenment is not normal teachings. See, and Adiguru Shankara is after enlightenment, and he explained and where the difficulties, where the obstacles, and where the weakness. Am I clear that? So therefore, you have to be very clear that how to withdraw your own weakness, not to suffer. because I'm sitting a long time this ashram, so I know where the weakness is. And then I went to my neighbor and talked with him, and almost a lot of problems are resolved. Not a lot of big, not big problem. It's a lot of misunderstandings. So we have been dialogue. So that the weakness, and sometimes see, and you cannot fight. Of course, I have the strength, but I have the weakness too. But the strength, and you have to keep it, but that is supposed not to use, but better always, and your own weakness to withdraw, that is very important. Hmm? For example, you have money and you say, okay, I can smoke 10 cigarettes, I can eat very healthy food, for example, but does mean and you smoke 10 cigarettes you will be healthy because of healthy food? No, because when smoking 10 cigarettes, you're going to lose your lungs capacity. You cannot breathe properly. Maybe you take a lot of yogurt. Maybe you getting vitamin A, B, C, D, F, G, S. Maybe drink milk. Maybe a lot of vitamins, proteins, and everything. But still, when you smoke, naturally your lungs are weak. So that why you need to smoke 10 cigarettes and eating a lot of vitamins. So let withdraw, not to smoke. So that is my understandings. So that is your own weakness. Eh? No own weakness. So I need to smoke 10 cigarettes and then searching all vitamin ABCD whole market to eat and to eat. Am I clear that one side you drink 10 bottle of alcohol or my liver is damaged, and you taking and you have money, you're going to 10 doctors to get medicine to fix your liver. But that is useless. So that you have to be very clear this. So let not to drink because you have the very good medicines. You have to withdraw this. So that is called Atmabodhah, Atmajnana, knowledge of Atman. That is how you have to meditate on this. This is my understandings. Sometimes people, a lot of people say, oh, my Lord, knee pains, I have a lot of bone problems and all joint problems. But okay, avoid all kind of white meat, for example, or the red meat, for example, like pig, like, for example, a lot of meats, the red meats you have to avoid. That is the cause of a lot of rheumatism too. And bones problems comes, for example. Then you eating a lot of meat and going to a lot of hospital, my all problems start with knee joints, for example, or bone problems, for example, bone joints, for example. No, don't eat the meat. Finish. Right? So that is the withdrawing yourself. So you have to find out where the weakness. It is my understandings. But up to you. That is what Adiguru Sankaracharya tried to explain. And such kind of ignorance you can remove by the knowledge, by the wisdom. And that it has to come by the meditations only. But I remember sometimes we are eating a lot of chili in India. I remember sometimes I go eating chili, and sometimes you go into toilet for 10 times, for example, like constipations. So why need to eat 10 chili and going 10 times toilet, like diarrhea? For example, I remember sometimes happens. But these are emotions. Then I have to remember some days I don't eat chili. I remember sometimes happens. But that is emotions. So rather going 10 times toilets is a disaster. Disaster. So I need to eat a lot of chili, for example. So we have to, means we have to meditate on this. And nobody can teach you these things. Nobody can teach, not even myself, even not God itself. Like in India, I see sometimes people drink the chai, a lot of sugar, very sweet chai, but they put some tablets inside after that. And this when I drink the sweet chai, then they take medicine because the diabetes is there. So that is how our life is. One side you drink the drink the sweet chai, another side you take the tablets because you're suffering for that. This is not way of understanding. But anyway, this is the human nature. So we can't. So we take the medicine, we drink the sweet chai also. It is up to you, huh? It's up to you. Like the gurus say that before, and if you don't want any problems from husband, so divorce the husband. That's all. Very simple. Don't marry. If you want problems and from husband, then marry. Then get problems. Then don't complain. So, Mr. Atmanand, meditate on the sutras, right? Meditate, meditate, meditate. That's all. Nothing else. And meditation can help because meditation brings wisdom. Through wisdom, and you can remove your own ignorance. That's all. through Vidya, and you can remove the all avidyas. That's like the remove the clouds, see the sun. So when clouds are gone, so sun appears. If there are a lot of clouds, we can't see the sun. All the sun is behind the clouds. So similarly, so let free from the all avidyas. Om Sangaram Sangaracharyam Kesavam Badarayanam Sutrabhasakritam Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punah Iswara Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyamavadvapta Dehaya Tirachinamurtai Namaha Om Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. So thanks to all of you. May Adi Guru Sankaracharya, may our Gurudev Samsivan bless you all, and thanks to all.